Hey guys, Brandon here, and today it's finally happening. I've been talking about it in a couple videos about getting a Resonator Delete. I just didn't know how I wanted to go about doing it, but now there is a package sitting back there, so I'm about to go drive out to a place called Georgetown Muffler. This came in a couple days ago, but I scheduled an appointment for today to go ahead and change out the resonators for an X pipe. This is directly from Ford Performance as well. I also saw on Amazon Corsa makes an X pipe, but it's a bit more. It was like just under $600. But anyway, I like how this one is Ford Performance. It's their own, so it's probably what goes on the GT350R. And so that's kind of why I would like to do this, is kind of make it as factory as possible instead of just putting just the straight tubes there. Just the factory X pipe would be nice. But anyway, I'll go ahead and show you guys what that's all about. All right, hopefully you guys can see me good enough. But as you can see, that's all it is. Just the and a replacement of the resonator's got the X pipe. So I'll be curious to see how this sounds. I've I've heard the GT350R, which has the same system, and I've heard a standard GT350 with the Resonator Delete, but they just went straight pipes there. So yeah, I'll be curious to see how that sounds any different. But anyway, without any further ado, we'll go ahead and drive out there. I don't know if I can film their installation process, but at least I'll film the drive out there so we can get an idea on how it sounds now. We'll also do a startup. Now this thing hasn't started up in like 3 days because the ceramic coating has been curing. I'll talk about that later as well, but hopefully this will sound half decent. So yeah, if you guys have been wondering why I haven't been uploading with the GT350 recently, I haven't had this car in like, I don't know, I haven't been able to drive it at least in over 10 days. It was over at my buddy's place getting paint corrected, which took a couple days because he was really stacked with work as well. And then after that, it got, we intended on 3 layers of C-quartz, but he had some extra, so it ended up getting like 4 layers of C-quartz finest ceramic. And then after I got the car back like 3 or 4 days ago, he said, try not to drive it in the rain. And if you guys are here in Central Texas, you guys know it's been raining for the last 4 days. So I couldn't drive it. But now I'm driving it to Georgetown Muffler, and it is raining, but I think 4 days is long enough for the ceramic to cure. And from what I'm seeing, it is true what they say. This ceramic beads water like crazy. I'm like rolling at 10 miles an hour, and it just rolls off. But anyway, I'm recording this drive because I don't know how much I'm going to be able to record at Georgetown Muffler. Maybe they'll let me record the actual installation. But also, to get an idea, or to remind you guys, a little refresher on what it sounds like now. Of course, I don't know how much you guys are going to be able to pick it up on camera. Sounds good though. It's never sounded bad. I don't want anyone to think that I'm replacing I'm not doing a different exhaust. It's just simply getting rid of the resonators, which I think Ford intended it to be that way anyway, like I said in my last video, just because that's how the way the GT350R is, and everyone loves the sound of a GT350R. The GT350, this one here, as you guys can hear, it sounds really, really good, but it sounds great at some areas, and it pops and cracks very, very seldom. And what the X pipe will do is what that sounds like all the time, or when it sounds that great, it's gonna sound like that all the time. And if it ever gets obnoxious, what some people thought it would be, the valves are still there, and apparently with Resonator Delete or with the resonators, when the valves are closed, there's no difference. So if that justifies it, then there you go. But I'm excited because I love it when it cracks and pops, and so apparently this is just going to do it a whole lot more. But I'll do a pull when I get the chance, and then not too long from then we'll be at Georgetown Muffler. Alright, I've been trying to find a nice piece of road to do a little pull to get a good before sound, but the roads are so wet that even with all traction on, the back end gets a little swirly here. So I'll just do a couple of downshifts and gradual acceleration. You guys can be able to tell a little bit of a difference. I think I'll be able to do that here. Yeah, I want to give it some more, but when that torque kicks in at like 3,500 or 4,000, consistently starts getting swirled around a little bit. So hopefully the conditions will just dry out so I could push the car with the Resonator Delete during this video, but we'll see. Alright, we're here, and just in case they won't allow me to film anything, plus I don't even know if I want to really, you guys probably can imagine how that process will go, but we're here, and the camera's all blown out. But anyway, next cut will probably just be when it's all said and done, we'll be driving back with the X pipe on, and we'll see what the difference is. Alright, so as you guys can see, that was the first startup with it, and it sounded really good considering that it was not a cold start. I'm gonna readjust my seat now. But yeah, it was not a cold start, and even then the valves opened up a little bit there, and I could tell it sounded quite a bit better. And then when the valves closed, obviously it got quiet again. So let's see if I can open the door here. I don't think we'll be able to pick up too much of a difference, but let's. The valves didn't even open there, so I'll go ahead and when they're open, sounds pretty good though. Go ahead and get driving, see if I can tell anything from first impressions. Yeah, I can tell a difference already. It's good. It's really good. It just sounds like the way that I like this car, but always, instead of like feeling it like it's getting gassed out or something like that. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a difference. Okay. What I liked about the exhaust, it does that more often, and then wherever it was that I liked it a lot, it's like on steroids now. Holy moly. That is unbelievable. You guys should be able to tell a difference. I'll turn the AC off too. Yeah. Yeah, that's a difference. I'll rev match over by where I got it done at. Oh yeah, I like this a lot. Just for fun, or actually not fun at all, let's go ahead and close the valves and accelerate. Right back where it was. Valves closed anyway. Open them up, and it just sounds so much more free breathing. Oh yes, that's the way it's meant to sound, guys. I'm telling you, that is unbelievable. Anyway, one thing I want to say, I learned some stuff while I was looking underneath the car. It already had an X pipe actually. It's just where the resonators were. What I have is one unit. Instead of having to weld it, it just mounted on just like that. So, oh my gosh, that's like catching me off guard. Just how much better that. Wow. Okay, this isn't so much about making it sound better. It's just how good it sounded. Just a little more amplified. I guess not so much louder. No, it does sound better. What am I saying? Anyway, so yeah, look underneath there. I already had the X pipe, but also the resonators as that single piece, whereas I just got the X pipe with no resonator, so it clamped into place on both sides, so it didn't need to be welded on there. I guess that's the only benefit of that. But yeah, so that's what I learned. Go ahead and see. I'm looking like a tool bag right now at a red light, but that is okay. I'm sure they will understand. Cracks off and pops quite a bit on the runoff. Yeah, a lot of popping. 3,000 RPM, gradual throttle. Then I let off and it'll pop a little bit. I don't know if you guys can pick that up. I'm definitely gonna have to make some videos with like a dead cat mic back there so you guys can really pick that up. And one more thing, this is kind of short notice, but for my, I know a lot of my viewers are pretty local here, like as far as Central Texas goes. So if you guys, I know this is short notice, this is a Friday, I'm filming and uploading this, but if you guys are in town in Austin tomorrow, Saturday, we have a car show at the Circuit of the Americas. It's free to go, but they are taking donations and it's all going to the Hurricane Harvey victims. So I will definitely be there with this. It's gonna be pretty sweet, a couple more GT350s, some McLarens, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and all that good stuff. So just thought I'd let you guys know in case you're in the area. Man, this thing sounds like a stock car, man. Wow. Oh man, it was worth it. I like it. I mean, it just took what the character of the GT350 already was as far as its exhaust note and just bumped it up. And a lot of people, when I said initially, with the first video I put that I said I would like to do a resonator delete, I thought everyone was going to be all like, oh, hell yeah. Only a few people were like, hell yeah. A lot of people were saying that's probably going to be really obnoxious. And then for those people, I say, you know, valves closed. Now I'm in 5th gear. and accelerating. Nothing. Watch this. From a switch, it's that much of a difference. That is so good. I love a two-faced car like that. It could be like a total pussycat, and then it could be that beast. So I like it like that, although I'll probably keep the valves open pretty much all the time. So yeah, expect plenty more videos with the car in its new louder form. But anyway, until then, I'll see you guys later.